Okay, and so Barbara can start with the.
Yes, I want the master class.
Karina, put microphone
Off.
down, so only the speakers will be on. If some comments, if you would like to say something, just to put your microphone on, but usually keep it off.
Okay, Barbara.
Okay, can I start?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first webinar of Assist.You. I want to just introduce a little bit the association, just because it's new, so nobody knows yet. Assist.You is an association with the aim to be a point of reference for steward and stewardess. Our support will be in this way. We'll have professionists like a lawyer or a yacht professionist that can help us in some issues that we can face during our season, I mean, during our job, like a legal issue or maybe something more simple. If we want to have a psychologist support, we have some psychologists that can help us in our season, or for moreover, if we would like to grow in our professionist, like looking for some courses, maybe we can create some courses, for example. And now we are here tonight to start.
Can you hear Barbara?
No, we lost
Okay.
Barbara.
You lost me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Now, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the point that I lost the connection? I was speaking about
Okay.
Barbara. She's on board. Maybe the connection.
It's really bad, really. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, give me 1 second. I try to connect the line. Oh my gosh. A second, please. Sorry, we are on board the yacht, but the connection is
Bad.
Okay. Okay. Ok, abilitare o sport personale, sì. Okay, give me a second, one more.
We see you better now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I start again. Okay, we have tonight 4 speakers, and we try to help the person to have a better season. So I speak about longevity. Then Lara will speak about hierarchy on board. Elena will speak about the communication the best way to communicate with each other, that all of us know that it's a problem on board. And then we have Julia that speak about some tips for you. So I can start just to introduce the topic of longevity, because you know, sometimes when we start a season, we are so enthusiastic about the new boat and blah blah. But sometimes happen that we could have a problem, and if we have problem, the first reaction is, okay, I leave the boat. Okay, but sometimes is not the best way. It's not the best way because first your CV could be how can I say, could have a stain on, because when a agency read your CV, see that maybe you leave the boat in June, in July, in August, and this is not good. That's sometimes the best way is to stay strong and finish the season. And also, in the position as chief stewardess, we have to keep our steward and stewardess on board for the same reason. Because if your stewardess or steward have the same stain on their CV, is no good. Because the next season they probably will have problem to find a job or a good boat, because all of us know that there is a good boat and bad boat. So for this reason, we have just to stay stronger and finish the season. It's difficult, I know, but sometimes is the best way to find the next time a better boat. And Elena could help you to understand how to communicate with each other if we have a problem, if you have some issue with someone. And I know all of us, the point is that we don't choose with who we will work together. Of course, nobody can decide and understand if that person is correct or no. For example, the chief stewardess, someone sometime take a person, a stewardess, and what's up, and maybe is completely different, respect the expectation. So sometimes we have to learn which is the best approach to face the problem and to keep calm all our team. And then I think that it's also a problem about that sometimes we are not able to keep calm during the high season. So we have to learn some also techniques. Because sometimes it's just could be some knowledge. Maybe we have some knowledge and tips that can help you a lot. So I can pass the ball to Elena.
But I think it's better Lara speaks now about hierarchy, guideline about new members into the teams, and the guideline to follow to have longevity till the end of the season, as you said earlier. Lara, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I've been in yachting industry for too long, for 17 years. And 8 years ago, I decided and I chose my way and my future career, and I started studying. I finished graduated method, psychological method called symbol drama, which working with your subconscious. And it's quite creative and artistic method, which, as I said, it helps to avoid your mechanism of protections, because sometimes we are like, for example, a client can come that is living with an abusive partner, and when you talk to this client, it says, yeah, but he said because of my big boobs, even I'm stupid, the men pay attention to me. It's almost a compliment. So people sometimes they don't realize, and they protect themselves. So these are kind of mechanism of protections. So the method I'm introducing here, it's the one that is helping to avoid, because your subconscious, we're working with symbols, and subconscious doesn't know about these symbols. So later on, if you're interested, I can write down behind after we save this this video, so I can write down a little bit more about this method, because I don't want to take time. Also, I just finished sexology for 2.5 years. I've been studying, waiting for my diploma now. And yeah, so I think in working in this closed atmosphere is very different with lots of other I wanted to say a normal job. In my tips, let's say, I will use comparisons to strange situations, let's say. It's not about prison, but it's very close to it, let's say. Of course, we're not in prison. It's our choice, and we choose this job to do, and it's a good way to make and save money. And also what I wanted to start with, before you join a new yacht, it's very important to ask yourself a few questions. First of all, what are my expectations of my new colleagues? What I would like to have around me. So it's important to be honest with yourself. What are your expectations? And then it's very important to be honest with yourself with what you see in reality. Second question, how do I usually defend myself in difficult or conflict situations? It's also demands from you honesty in this way, because we know how repetitive sometimes our actions can be, or reactions can be to some kind of jokes on the boat, or some kind of comments. So usually it's almost of them are the same. And also in any situation that happens on board or between colleagues, how else I can do this? Like, what is my usual reaction, and how else I can do that? Because first of all, we are coming there, we sign in the contract, and it's very important to understand that we are going to work there, but because this working atmosphere is so unusual that many people are confusing job and home, family, and they changing their attitude when it's not really common. And sometimes the attitude of crew can be not really professional. So the other question that is important to ask yourself before you join the boat is, what am I going to earn this money for? Do you have a goal before you come on board? or you just want continually making money and spending it and then come back. Because if you have a goal and if you use this industry to collect this money for this goal, then it will be easier for you to pass lots of conflicts and difficult situations. Because if you don't orientate it on your goal, then you, as Barbara said in the beginning, any problems, you can leave the boat straight away because you don't have this goal in front of you. Where are you going to? The other question, you also have to, how much does, I made some comments here. I wrote down to help myself. How much does my financial goal inspire me? Because it's very important. If this goal is important for you, or you just think like, oh, I can buy this property, or I cannot buy this property. It doesn't really matter. I'm going and I'm working. I want to travel and things like that. Again, because if you're motivated, then there is more chance that you will keep this job and you will pass through many difficult situations. Later on, you will understand why I'm saying that. Another thing, you may not going to make friends on the boat, because first of all, it's a job. If it happened and you met a nice people there, it's great. It's like a bonus. Take it as a bonus, but it's not like something that you are going to do at the same time. First of all, also, when you came on board and you signed the contract, you have to remember that there is a hierarchy, pyramid. So on top of that pyramid is a captain, then chief officer, chief engineer, chief stewardess, chef, second officers, engineers, stewardesses, and deckhands and stewardesses. So why am I saying that? You all know about it, but there are many times that this hierarchy can be wrong or broken or doesn't work. We all know about that. And but it's very important how you take it. And it's very important always to start with yourself, because when you expect that everyone else will do that, then nobody's doing that, then I will not do. So you start with yourself. And if, for example, you need to visit a doctor, you are just a stewardess or a green stewardess or a second stewardess, you first go to your head of department and you tell about this problem or situation. And then your head of department have to go to a chief officer or a captain and talk about that. So that's how it works. You don't jump over the head of your head of department, and you don't go to a captain if you don't want any conflict situation. That's how it works. That's how it should be. Okay, so then also, probably I will not say anything new for you, but the basis and support of any relationship, personal, interpersonal, work relationship, is respect. And I think, yeah, as I said, I didn't say anything new to you right now, and I'm sure some of you are smiling now, because it's not always working on the boat. But as I said, first of all, you always start with yourself. If you respect yourself, then it changes a lot, because you will not let other people talk to you in not polite way. You will not let yourself talk to others not polite or disrespectful with no reason. And this is the basic thing that any relationships are built on. And I'm not here to tell you like a beautiful fairy tale stories, how to be a perfect stewardess or how to be a perfect chief stewardess, because no one's perfect and it will never happen. And it's just to support and make your life easier. So I collected a little bit of information here that I will read for you. I don't have any magic answer like a panacea for any situation, but there are always some situations happened, and in fact that you don't have a chance to go back home after work, you don't have a chance to see your relatives, your friends, you don't choose, as Barbara said, we never choose someone we work with, we don't choose who we share the cabin with, and all of us, we are different nationalities, different culture, and traumas as well. All of us, we have some traumas, and when trauma meet another trauma on board, it can be quite tough. So that's why respect, and always the best question on board, do not blow up a problem from nothing, is what did you mean, or what do you mean? Because sometimes one person can say one thing and you hear something else, because you already can, you're tired, you have to be fast, you're stressful, and then someone comes and asks you something and you can easily like this take it offensive or aggressive. So very important always to ask, in this case, like if you think you didn't get it right, you ask, what do you mean? Then also maybe I take a little bit of Elena's topic, but I wanted to mention regarding, sometimes it happens, you know that, regarding some toxic people or provocative behavior or not correct behavior, because when it's nice, we all know how to act when it's nice, right? So we are here to give some tips to support when something is going wrong. So if someone is asking you the question you don't want to answer, or if someone is provoking you, if someone is disrespectfully saying something to you, before you attack back, because as I said, you didn't sleep enough, you worked hard, your mind is always, you need to pay attention to details, you always have to remember lots of things in your mind. So this is very, very stressful job, and the main thing is you always have to remember that human wasn't born and wasn't made to work on water. We are we are people, let's say we are animals from the beginning that live on earth. And when you're on the water and is always shaking, it's not good for your spine, it's not good for your muscles, it's not good for your mind, because it's working even when you're just standing and doing nothing. Your body is keeping the balance, and still you have to run up and down, carry heavy things, keep the balance, and then stressful. Of course, on the yacht, everything should be yesterday done, as you know sometimes, and then also all the people that they have different intellectual level, let's say, as well, and some of the jokes and some of the maneers you may not like. So to avoid some conflicts for no reason, when provocative people, for example, as I said, asking you something, the best way, first of all, if you feel already that you don't like that something happening, sometimes provocative questions can be hidden, you know, behind something. So if you already have a feeling that you don't like this question, so you can always say, why are you asking? Why do you want to know this? Why do you think I have to answer this question? And things like that. So it's very important because, and also, you know, keep sometimes if you have a chance, I know on board sometimes it's puff, 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 it's so fast, but if you have a chance, take a pause. Take a pause, and if you're angry with someone, before you go down to chef and you start shouting and you start a conflict, or what helped me, I can share my tips. I sit like in the gym. So I sit 10 times up and down, and then you have a strong butt in the end and good nervous system. So you breathe out, you exhale, inhale. It's a little bit of exercise. Hide somewhere, I don't know, day head behind the corner. Just do that, and you give your bad energy, your aggressiveness to the earth. You sit down, you breathe, and then you think what you're going to say to this person. It helps a lot, believe me. And okay, so what else?
Lara, sorry, can I interrupt you for a second just to make a joke? So in the middle of the season, we see chief stewardess who is 24 hours making squats up and down because she's working with her anger and stress and with the beautiful body.
Yeah, by the end of the season, we're all gonna have a beautiful butt and the perfect smile. Well, about perfect smile, I'm not sure, but
sorry,
still.
I could not handle myself just when you made me laugh. Thank you.
No, but it helps. It really does, you know, because I am that kind of person that I passed through different situations, and I learned a lot during these 17 years. And also I can say that people that worked with me 10 years ago and people that worked with me 5 years ago, if they meet each other and they talk about me, for example, they probably would think that it's two different people, because I was growing and I was learning. And yes, sometimes you have to fight, especially for women, because it's a men's world. And sometimes they take an advantage out of it. It's true. Sometimes there are brutal jokes, absolutely like incorrect is softly to say. So we all know how it can be. And also the best way to make it softer, of course, it's a humor, Yulia. The good joke is golden, is brilliant on board. So, and even the people that was surviving, for example, in during the Holocaust, even the people that now, sorry I mentioned that, but that now during the war in Ukraine, they fight in there, they risking their lives, they still joking, and it saves their psychic, and it helps a lot to smooth the situation sometimes. So also I wanted to, before I finish, I wanted to give an example. If you ever heard about Viktor Frankl, it's the psychologist, and he created the one of the methods, the existential methods. So he survived in Holocaust, during the Holocaust, and I really like two things he said. And it also supported me when I was in difficult situations on board. So first of all, he said, those who have a why to life in life can bear with almost any how. So if you know why you are there, you can fight with any how, like how to survive, how to save yourself on board, how to deal with this situation, how to deal with this problem. I will always be successful with that if I know why am I there. And that's why I started from the goal. Why are you coming on board, first of all? And also the second thing that it's very helping and supporting. So he said that the survivor of concentration camp who survived, the first to break were those who believed that it would soon be over. Then those who did not believe that it would ever end. And those who survived were those who focused on their own affairs without expectations of what might happen. So if you don't spread your energy, your time, and your thoughts on conflicts, if you don't turn it in your head all the time, if you don't think, if you don't expect anything, something happened, bad situation, you step over, you continue your work, think about what you're going to do next. So that helps a lot. And of course, as I said, humor, respect, and your goal. For me, I think it's the three wheels that the earth stands on. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Lara. Thank you. You gave us very important tips, really. I agree with you.
Thank you, Elena.
Really. And I go on. I am Elena Sparatti. I'm still chief stew on board. Now I am on board. But I am also psychologist. I'm a mental coach for crews. And I am the certification NLP coach. And last year I graduated in psychology. So this is my passion, to help other people to work better, to live better. Is my aim, the aim of my life. This is what I feel in myself. So tonight I go on after Lara to speak about the good communication on board with co-workers and colleagues, and I prepared some slides so they can help me to speak about everything, and you can see some you can focus on some thoughts about it. I share. I hear some. Please, can you hold off the microphone, please? Okay. We can start. And my topics is this: how to have a good communication with coworkers and right mindset for yachting season 2025. And the most frequent problems on board are with the crew. Somebody is coming in the webinar, okay? And the many problems are about relationships with the colleagues, communication with them, as said Lara earlier. And feeling of not being understood. Sometimes we say to somebody something, but the other person, it seems he didn't understand, or people have difficult following orders and instruction. Some people have more difficult than other people to take this position from the head of department. And the head of department have difficulty to give orders sometimes. And often we are struggling to build a team that works well throughout the season, till the end of the season. It's very difficult sometimes, not sometimes, often. I want, okay. Often I hear from people they are not able to find good people to build a good crew. But is it always bad luck, or there is something else? Because I don't think it's always bad luck, because we have to follow some guideline to follow, to have a good communication and create a good relationship with our co-workers. And we know, all of us know that our job is very difficult. As Lara spoke about it earlier, is we are working on the water. It's not for us. It's not our surround. So we have the difficulty, and we have also other problems. Few resources. First of all, for the interior department, it's very difficult to find the crew members, workers. We have also long season without rest, without days off. We living together in small spaces, 22 hours per 7 days. It's very hard. Normal people, I say always, normal people cannot to work on board, because we are strong, we are very strong, we are special. I think so. Often we don't have tools to communicate effectively. We can, if we want, we can build successful crew, because working condition on board will not change. But can we build a crew that work in harmony till the end of the season? I'm sure about that. But it needs a commitment. We have to take...
Elena, sorry, I will help you a little bit, because your speech is interrupting sometimes with someone or coughing or adjusting. Please switch off all microphones, and only Elena will continue her topic.
Thank you. Okay. Can I go on? Okay. There is silence now. Okay. Focus on me. Thank you. So I think we can build the successful crew, because I have to change for having change. If I go on to do what I always done, I cannot to have other thing, better thing. If I take a different approach and attitude, the reality around me can also change. And this is true. Why should I force myself to change when others don't change? Sometimes people said to me this. Why? Because I have to struggling to force myself to change. I have commitment, but the other people don't change. Why I have to commit myself? Because if I keep this way of thinking, I also have to stop complaining about never having good co-workers. I have to stop the complaining if I don't change my attitude, my approach on board. Also, the negativity is contagious, but also the positivity is contagious. If I start to have a good vibes, positivity, my co-workers feel that, and I have there is this is a contagious. If I have negative vibes, positivity doesn't come. This is sure. Where can we find the motivation to commit for changing our approach? Let's remember the purpose on board is always, because sometimes we forget this. And what is the purpose on board? On board every yacht, the purpose, the aim is to do everything possible to make the cruises of the owners and guests funny, peaceful, and safe. When we remember always this, we can find the motivation to work better and better, and to find the better way to work with my colleagues. What is a successful crew? Into a successful crew, people are committed to switch conflicts in opportunities for growing and improving all the team. This is a successful crew. And all of us needs to work toward this direction. First of all, it's fundamental that head of department transform themselves from hierarchical chiefs to leaders. If you go to be a chief, your team, if you are just a chief, you can be calm when you are not with them. Can you trust them? Becoming a leader is more challenging, but it comes toward a lot of results. When we are leaders, our team, this is a very important, the difference between chief and leader. Because when we are leader, the real leader, our team believes in us, respect us, wants to stay with us. How can we become effective leaders? First of all, willingness. By training, attending by courses, communication, leadership, by personal growth path, with practice, because when something happen to us, some problem with colleagues, in other relationship, we have every time to learn something. And every time this new information, what we have to learn, we have to hold as new resources to work better, for working better with the colleagues in the future. It's very important. Practice, practice, practice from the learned lessons. Ask always ourselves some question. What, as Lara said to us this earlier, make always question ourselves. Ask always ourselves some question. What I have to? What would I be better? Why she or he told me that? Why he answered me in this way? What can I do better? What can I improve? These questions are very, very useful for us because it allowed us to improve and growth and become more professional time by time. Remember always that how we perceive the environment that surround around us shape our thoughts. It's very important if we are positive when we perceive what is around us. Because the way we perceive the environment shape our thoughts. And our thoughts define our action. And our action influence the surround. And the surround perception shape our thoughts. It's a circle. It's very important have a positive approach in front of the world, our environment, and surround. Recap. Be positive, be proactive, trust others, don't judge them and label them. All of us can make mistakes, but we need to give others the other opportunities. If someone makes a mistake, we have to speak about this, about the problem with him, with her, and then maybe we have to wait the emotion low. We can speak the day after or the day after tomorrow, but we have to speak about them, about what happened. And then when it's clear what happened, the item, we need to give them another opportunity. Do not judge them and put on them a label forever. This is very important because if one time one person doesn't understand what I said to him, I don't think he's an idiot. Maybe in this situation, he didn't listen well, or he was had some distraction. I don't know. Maybe he had some emotion, bad emotion in this moment. I don't know why. And I have to speak about this with him and then restart another time from zero. Some tips to get along better with coworkers. It's very important because, as Lara said to us earlier, sometimes we say something, but our interlocutor doesn't understand, listen something else. So we have to practice the active listening when one person is speaking to us. We have to focus on him, on her. It's very important. Forget everything else and focus about his message. When we speak to someone, be careful. Our message is clear. In relation about our interlocutor, because we have different level, the culture and nationality, and maybe sometimes we have on board also we are not a native speaker. But sometimes, as me, I don't speak a good English, I think, because, but understand, I speak, I can speak, and people can understand me, but I don't speak a good English, I think. Sometimes we can have some misunderstanding on board because our language is not so we can make some mistake when we speak to somebody. It's very important also.
I make a comment about this, about English language. So once I went, not once, from time to time, I'm going to psychologists just to help me to stabilize and find equilibrium. And of course, I'm going here in Italy. And my Italian compared to your English is not that good. And I remember I come to you.
It's not true. You speak Italian very well.
So, and I'm saying to you, sorry, my English is, my Italian is not good, but I will try to express myself. And she said to me, why are you, and very confident and serious. And she said to me, why are you apologizing? I'm an adult. And if I want to understand you, I will find a way to understand you. And the other psychologist, because I went maybe to try the other one, and because the situation, and then it was one situation in a message that I was not agree with her a little bit. I didn't like her, and she sent a message which I seen in WhatsApp, and she said to other psychologists, because she sent by mistake to me, and she said, oh, questa ragazza straniera is making conflicts. This girl from other country is making conflicts. How two different approaches. So who wants to understand you will understand you. So, and it is important also inside of the interior team, in all crew, to be a good listener, and it does not matter what is your language. So try to find the way to understand other person in front of you with respect.
Yeah, but I said this because I had an experience with some crew with English people, and it many years ago. It was my first work on board with English people, and I knew English worse than now. Sometimes I didn't understand what they said to me, and I asked them, can you repeat slow, please? I don't understand. And they repeated in the same in the same way. Sometimes it's difficult on board, but we all of us has to have passions and the willingness to understand others and give support and have compassion when somebody is has some emotion, has some. It's very important because it's a hard work. It is an hard job. And I was speaking about consistency because it's very important to be a leader, to do always what we said, always. It's very important, coherence, consistency. And as I already said, compassion. Sometimes can make mistake. Sometimes some crew member can be with bad emotion, upset, and we have to understand different situation and to be committed to low the critical situation. Don't make a fire, but speak about the person with problem, low everything. It's very important. Don't make the fire. Don't no. It's very important. And okay, it's finished already. Yeah. Now I pass. Julia will speak for us, but I wrote this to remind to visit our site, www.assistu.com, and we have also Instagram profile assistu_. And it's very important to build a big net. And really, I'm very, very happy we are an international team, net, international group of people. Italian, Ukraine, Russian, Spanish, it's a big thing. It's really, we can do much. Really, I'm confident about this. And now, Julia, you can speak to us about meet and greet on board.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elena. Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this webinar. I'm happy to be here. I don't know if somebody does not know me, so I would like to introduce myself. I'm Yulia. My surname is Dobrogorska. Currently, I'm working ashore as a project manager at Lintea Mare Italian Luxurious Linens. I've been in yachting industry for more than 13 years, and now I'm a leader, I'm a speaker about yacht interiors, about communication also on board, about practical tips, how to make the bed, how to do your best housekeeping on board. And today I would like to cover, just before the season, very interesting topic. Let's do like this. It should be very interactive between of us. So if you would like to participate when I ask one of the questions, just to put your microphone on and participate and answer the question. I would like to offer you to imagine 24 hours just before arriving the guest on board. You are imagining. Imagine where are you? Are you in the port? Are you still crossing from somewhere? Are you still at sea? What are you doing exactly? Where are you standing? In the main salon? Are you in a crew cabin? 24 hours. In 24 hours, guests are coming on board. In which condition is the boat? What do you think? What should be done already on board before 24 hours? This is one of our participants still keeping microphone on, and sometimes it is interrupting. So who would like to participate and just to answer to help me? Let's say what should be ready. Elena, what do you think?
About guests come in 24 hours.
No, what should be ready on board already, just before 24 hours? What should be done on
Cabins.
cabins? Let's go more in details. Cabins, what inside of the cabin?
What inside of the cabins? Let maid.
Yes.
The bed maid. Towels in the bathroom.
Okay.
Toilet paper.
Yes.
Toiletries in the hand soap, shampoo, and shower gel, and everything. And can you keep your microphone off, please?
There is one participant without name. Please, if you can switch off your microphone, because or your TV behind or something is going on in the background. Barbara, let me help me, please. What is your opinion? What else should be ready on board?
Okay, cleaning. I mean, that is done to have the person on board, the guest. Then, I mean, everything, the provisioning. But you know, sometimes it's not easy to have the provisioning ready 24 hours. Sometimes, if I mean, we are in the sea and we arrive in port, and I mean, the plan is to have the provisioning just 3 hours before the arriving of the guest. What should be ready? Everything up, also ourselves. I mean, I have to wash my hair, prepare my mindset, my also ironing all clothes of all crew members. We have to be ready
Who is,
that way.
let's go in details. Who is preparing crew uniform? If there are 3 stewardesses on board, which one? Chief stewardess, second or third? Who is preparing the uniform?
I think all of us. If we need to help each other, all of us. But I mean, third stewardess, and then the chief should be checked if everything it's
okay. I shared
okay.
my tips just before. So even more than 24 hours before the guest arriving, so you are giving the task, you give it is important to give in a crew interior team to everyone responsibility, so everyone knows what they are doing. It doesn't matter or second or third stewardess are preparing, or half and half preparing the uniform. So 24 hours before, uniform for all crew for meeting the guest, formal uniform should be ready and should be full. So the second stewardess, for example, can check in every cabin with every crew member that they have belts, they have socks, they have epaulets, they have trousers, shorts, t-shirt, all correct sizes. Because with the experience, just 5 minutes before arriving the guest, usually some of the deck crew are missing something. So please check this. Then I would like to mention about the objects, interior decorative objects inside of the yacht. They should be everywhere in the right place. So you give the task one of the stewardesses just to see. It is very important to see them in a line, so they're just not in a random standing. They're standing in the right line. They are all in order. Flowers. Let's say about the flowers. When are arriving flowers on board? The last day or 2 days before, 3 days before? We're speaking about fresh flowers.
But actually, sometimes the best way is the same morning that the guests arrive.
Okay, the same morning. Fridges, they should be filled up with the drinks, soft drinks from top till bottom of the boat. If there is a small fridge inside of the master cabin, it should be filled up. It is very important. Then I can see Tanya participating, my friend also here. Tanya, what do you think? Before 24 hours, what should be ready else?
We made already cabins. We prepared guest areas, both saloons, crew ready. Okay, we have time. We also can care a little bit about crew area as well. To if it's like a charter, at least like second and third stew, we can prepare crew fridge to check, clean, and to make like full stock. Don't waste time during like busy few days before charter. And what I always to do before pantry fridge. So it's fridge like ready to go to prepare milk, different kind of milk, to check all coffee machines in all pantries if we have enough stock with coffee cups, with sugar, and to prepare trays in every areas with towels, water, napkins, pills for sickness, to check gym area, and like to make as much as we can before charter.
Who is preparing welcome towels?
It depends who has time, to be honest.
So just before
But
24 hours, just before 24 hours, for chief stewardess, it is important to give the task responsibility to one stewardess. So it doesn't matter when she will prepare, or in the morning or in the evening, these towels, but she has to find the time to prepare and put in the fridge, so they will be ready. So please, for the all chief stewardesses, also for the second stewardesses and third stewardesses, to have your own list with the task to do in the last 24 hours. It is very important because the season has not started yet, and you are tired, your brain already is falling into default, and your memory, you cannot trust your memory in that day because of the stress, because something is not going how you were expecting. You are trying your best, and there are many things to do. So prepare your list of the things to do on the last day. Give the task to the third stewardess. She is preparing welcome towels and she is bringing them to main deck aft or swimming platform, depends where you are meeting the guests. So as soon as you hear on the radio the guests are coming, you don't need to give this task to the second or third stewardess to prepare welcome towels on the tray. She will know already what to do. She knows where they are. She knows how much time she needs. She knows how many guests are to expect. So all this information you have to know before. Then about welcome drinks. Yes, Tanya, please.
Yeah, and for example, I just like share with my experience because I was like in a busy charter boat, 52 meters, and just 3 interior crew. And if we had opportunity, we also made in advance tablecloths and napkins. At least I was doing like for first three. 3 meals courses because we didn't have a lot of space, but like to run a different design of napkins in the ring. I also try to do like for next 3-4 lunch, dinner, and tablecloths. We also iron before and just leave, for example, in a table in main salon, and after, like when it's day. First day, it's very easy and ready to go. Just a little bit Febreze, stretch, and table is ready.
Correct. It is absolutely correct. So we are arriving in this morning. So today are arriving guests, for example, at 2 p.m. What time you start work?
It usually was like 1 hour before normal working hours, so before 8, always.
Before 8. So how it is not important that if you start earlier than 8 o'clock. So you have to remember sometimes this day you have to be ready even earlier. It is important to give the task to one of the stewardesses again to vacuum the whole boat from top till bottom. One stewardess is vacuuming the boat, and the other stewardess is going and checking all fingerprints. For example, on the mirror, for example, on all sockets and plugs, on all door hangers, and you have to announce where to check fingertips. So her focus or your focus, you will be very narrow for what you have to check. Because if you're coming to the room and you have a look just where fingertips, you will miss them. But if you know door handles, mirrors, sometimes we have tissue box covers in a stainless steel or chrome mirror polish. It is also needs to be checked. What about 2 p.m. guests are coming on board? What do you think? Are they gonna have lunch on board or no? Because this time already like and after lunch or no? What is your opinion?
We never know, but welcome snacks. And for lunch, it's better to be standby and in a pantry prepare cutlery, crockery, and as well like to be standby with the chef because we don't know. Sometimes they
So
are happy with snacks, and sometimes they want like in 1 hour lunch.
of course, to know information about are the guests having lunch on board or they don't have lunch on board, because 2 p.m. it is kind of after lunch, but in these hours, like last 2 hours, they were traveling. They were in a taxi. If they arrived, for example, in one airport and the boat is in another port, 1 hour drive, maybe they didn't have lunch or in airplane or something. So it is a bit of not a dangerous time, but it is like alarm time, so you don't know what will happen on board. Sometimes you have to prepare the table before arriving the guest on board. It also can happen to check all olive oil, all salt and pepper, that everything is working and everything is filled up. It is important because when the guests are at the table first day, and usually something is happening, so please don't have these small mistakes in exactly for the first charter. One stewardess is meeting guests with the welcome towels. Another stewardess is welcoming with the welcome drinks. What do you think? What is your experience? Champagne should be opened before? Are you meeting them already with champagne or are any drinks? Or you opening in front of the guests the bottle of champagne?
I usually open in front of guests.
Correct. I completely agree with you, Elena. I would like to share my mistakes. So just to make everyone relaxed about that someone can be perfect. Every chief stewardess is good, and then maybe I'm doing some wrong mistakes. So I had my experience meeting guests on a swimming platform. So they were coming with a tender, and we opened the bottle of crystal, meeting the guests because Madame had a birthday also in this day. And when they're arriving with the tender, And one of my stewardesses, she was with a tray, with the glasses and this crystal champagne. The wave is coming and all tray is going on the floor with the crystal glasses and crystal champagne. So the moment was a little bit ruined for the owner, for the guest, but it happens. So to double check also with the guest, also with yourself. So champagne is especially expensive drink. It is better to open in front of the guest and to ask, can I open? But prepare maybe some fresh water with ice or some sparkling water, maybe juices if you have kids coming on board, because you know all guests who are coming on board. All the doors on board should be open when the guests are coming on board. All the lights should be on when the guests are coming on board. TV is on. What video will you put on TV when the guests are coming on board? Usually.
Some lounge with beautiful like beaches, something very, very light, like chill music with sunset, not some actions. And I want to mention as well, like welcome drink, to be honest, with my experience, always guests prefer to have non-alcoholic drink. I even was a little bit sad because I didn't have opportunity for 4 years to make a welcome drink with some like because I saw a lot of pictures when girls do like, I don't know, some margarita or something. We always have a guest for welcome drink just without alcohol. So it's really
This kind
better.
of drinks, these kind of drinks like margarita, espresso martini, or other alcoholic drinks as a welcome drink, we use usually when the guests are already on board and they're going ashore for lunch, dinner, to the beach, and then you are welcoming. And probably they will ask you, oh, I liked your last cocktail or something before, and you can prepare it for as a welcome drink. So usually meeting guests first day, it is something with bubbles, sparkling champagne. Okay, and what about shoes? Guests are coming on board without shoes. Who is taking care of the shoes and where are they putting them?
It's always funny when captain even run under the guest and shoes off, shoes off. Yeah, it's always mission.
So one stewardess is offering the welcome towels and she is collecting them back. The other stewardess is welcoming guests with the drinks. She offers some champagne. Who is opening the bottle of champagne?
Chief Stew.
Chief Stew. Well done. So if the second stewardess is continuing welcoming the guests with the drinks, probably if the chief stewardess has some time, maybe she will take care of the shoes and organizing them in a nice manner, in a nice order, in a basket. So please don't forget about this because it is very important. Bringing the welcome towels to the pantry. This steward, the third, for example, stewardess, what she does, where she goes in a laundry, she stays in a pantry, what to do, because it is important not to stay without any movement. Well, so the third stewardess always has to watch the chief stewardess. She is busy with the guests, but you have to be always busy with some work, or to bring this welcome towels to the laundry, and then to go to the cabins and assist with the luggage of the guests. I forgot to mention about the nice smell inside of the yacht when the guests are coming. So what information do you know about the smell inside of the yacht? Aroma, perfume. Be very careful about perfumes. Not everyone likes strong smell. Not everyone likes sweet or tobacco smell. So it should be something natural, it should be something light. Usually it works with the lemony, citrus aromas, but please double check with the guests what aromas they like, what flowers that they like. So this is my topic today, just before arriving the guest on board. I hope it will help you just to make tips. If you have some questions, you can easily ask me.
I wanted to add regarding the I kept silent, but I wanted to add regarding the TV, if it's a charter boat and if there is a film made of logo of the boat and the video made from top from drone. And it's a video about this boat cruising the sea and things like that. So that's usually if there is. If not, then something relaxing, as the girl said. Yeah.
It is absolutely correct. Elena, I will give you the word to finish our webinar. I hope everyone liked it. And if you have any questions, you can write us anytime. Please follow Instagram page. Please follow our Telegram group, LinkedIn, Facebook. And I hope we will continue these webinars with the different topics for our amazing stewardesses.
Yeah, I'm liked all this webinar because I think we gave, all of us gave some useful tips to the girl, stewardess, because maybe there is also some some men. And I hope you follow the association on Instagram, and I put this, okay, and we waiting for you for the next webinar, because we want assist you wants to be present. We all the steward, and we our aim is to build a net of support. So we will have after the season a webinar per month, and so I hope to see you next time.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you.
And I don't know.
I mean,
goodbye.
if someone of the stewardess or steward have some problem or issue, we can also organize a webinar to help about that issue. Because sometimes if we have a topic that we have to speak about it to understand much more, we can also invite some professionists to speak about maybe some legal problems, for example, or something that we don't understand about the flag state. If you have some question or something that is not so clear, we can organize something to help maybe all of us, because probably all of us has the same problems. So if you want to also contact us, send me an email. We enjoy to help you and help everybody. Okay, thank you so much.
Girls,
Yeah,
in August, no, this year in August, this season, we are all
See, of course. No, probably before. I mean, July.
Yeah. First month is usually not that difficult, but then after 1 month, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I don't want to end up this beautiful session in a sad topic, but I just wanted to say that we are living in a quite complicated time, and at this time lots of people, they have existential problems, and I just wanted to ask all the crew, whoever is watching us, or to pass this message to other crew members as well. Please pay attention to each other, because at this time, like two weeks ago, we lost a fantastic person, Captain that suicide. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to each other, because sometimes these people, they can even smile, but you know, sometimes it's really visible. And to be a human being, it means to be not arrogant, not indifferent, and to be attentive and kind and ready to support each other. It's very important in general, as same important as respect. It's support.
Thank you so much,
very
Lara.
much, everyone, and thank you, Elena, and thank you, girls, and thank you, Julia, for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who've been presented and was listening to us.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much. We're having already one beautiful comment. Thank you all. It was interesting and helpful. Please make your comments and we will share them in social media, and it will inspire us to help and create a beautiful platform for the stewardesses to get as much as more information. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
good season.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Todos.
Secadores, puedes usarlo como secador para el pelo. También puedes usarlo como aspiradora. Para cada cosa. Estas cámaras tienen sus celdas solares, entonces